Okay, I guess today we want to be finishing the underwater sea cavern. It strikes me that if we were to be really cheesy and just spam the shit out of repels, we could like guarantee a legendary. I assume the Kyogre will be replaced with another legendary, but regardless, it will be a legendary, right? It's the only thing that's going to have matching stats to a Kyogre. We could guarantee that if we want to play like that, but honestly, I don't want to. I find that to be a bit playing lame, honestly, in my opinion. So we're just going to catch whatever we come across in the seafloor cavern once we finally get an encounter there. And, you know, maybe we'll get lucky and everything will be a dupe, or we just won't come across a wild Pokemon at all, or whatever, you know. But realistically, we're probably not going to walk out of here with a legendary, and that's perfectly fine by me. Like, it's not like I'm having a hard time with the game right now anyway, right? Like, there's not really a great deal of reason to be like, oh my god, we desperately need a legendary on the team. Just to be safe, though, I am definitely not going to use my Master Ball until we encounter one. Durant. He's a cool little guy, isn't he? I mean, obviously Nala destroys this, but I think we can probably take this with Sushi. Fuck you, man. Oh, I don't actually have a berry equipped. Should probably deal with that at some point. Problem with this Fusion Bolt move is it only has... why does it have Truant? What the fuck? That is unfair on this little fucker. He's not good enough to warrant that ability. Yeah, Fusion Bolt only seems to have 5 PP, which is unfortunate. I think maybe if I had been bothered to level for Thunderbolt, I probably would have replaced it with Thunderbolt, to be honest, just for the extra PP. And it's only slightly weaker. But still. I think I can just dive anywhere here, right? This is all the same trench. Yeah. This place really isn't hard to find. I don't know why. I've definitely heard people make a big deal about how awkward this was to find in the original. I think it's probably because they didn't like breadcrumb you here quite as hard. They didn't make such a big deal of the fact that, hey, there's something out at sea that you need to go investigate. We just knew they took a submarine and we had to go look somewhere for it. Which doesn't help as much, I guess. Oh, the rocks stay pushed. That's nice. What's through here? Ah, more rock pushing. My favourite, actually. Oh, well, here's our encounter. I mean, can't really complain about that, can I? I've got a super effective move in Feint Attack, right? Is that true? Am I crazy? Let's find out. Nice. Well done me. This thing actually has really high attack, so I should probably be a bit more concerned about it using a fighting move like Sacred Sword and one-shotting my my Bishop. You know what? It's kind of fine. Do you know why it's kind of fine? Because we just found an Aegislash. That's not the way I would have wanted Jigsaw to go, don't get me wrong. It's unfortunate for him, but this will do just fine, I think. This will do just fine. I was long overdue a death anyway. It's been too comfy for too long, I think. Hello there. From what I remember, this thing was really... it had some really weird claws to fully evolve as well. So, catching it fully evolved is going to be very, very useful. What do I call a sword and shield? God, I'm a funny guy. I probably should go back and get him out of the PC and add him to the team and start leveling him, but as established at the end of the previous video, it takes for fucking ever to get out of this place. And I so massively can't be fucked. So we're just going to press on for now. This is a wild random encounter though. Not complaining, but it's fucking mental. Okay, where are we? Can't go this way, right? I guess not. Okay, cool. It's like the only thing in here as well. I don't know what this is substituting for. You'd think it'd be like Golbat or something, but I don't feel like Golbat has anywhere near the base stat total of an Aegislash, so I don't know why that would be the substitute. Weird one. Weird one for sure. Excuse me? Didn't think I could fit through that gap for a second there. If I push this right... and then push this up, I can go this way? Is this a good thing? What? That rock is just between two holes. What do I do about that? Oh, I know what I do about that. Yeah, what we meant to do is rock smash this. And then push that left. That's fine. That's fine. That's a problem for later. We've got plenty of directions to explore in this dungeon without needing to worry about that one particular hole that got away. You didn't have a berry equipped, right? No, you didn't. That just came to me in a flash. I think the real question is, why the fuck does Aegislash, Sacred Sword, I should say. Why is that a fighting move? It's a sword. You would think that would make it a steel move. Am I crazy? The answer is no, I'm not. You don't have to actually answer that. I know I'm not. I know I'm perfectly sane. Everything I do is perfectly on the level. There's no irrationality behind it in any way. I don't know what's the best direction to push this because I haven't seen the rest of the puzzle yet, but I'm going to go with... Oh, okay, can't push it up. I'm going to go with right. Where does this take me, though? To another water puzzle, okay. Is this just going to be the door I couldn't get through? Yes. Okay, well that answers that question. A bit weirdly difficult to get here, considering there doesn't really seem to be much reward for it. There might be an item on that little platform in the middle, though. Feel the need to try and get to that. There is. It is a TM. It's Petal Bounce. Okay, okay. Don't think I really need that, but thanks anyway. It's weird because I feel like I've discovered two completely distinct routes in this place. And I have no idea which one is actually leading towards completion, because they both seem to extend quite far in either direction. I'm sorry, Beedrill. You deserved better than that. Skizor. Skyzor. Here's my take on Scizor, right? I don't hate it. I think it's a fine design. My problem with Scizor is that I think Scyther is a far cooler design. Scyther is like one of my favourite Pokemon designs, full stop. But obviously, it's pretty unlikely you're going to keep a Scyther as a Scyther. I know it doesn't actually gain any base stat total when it evolves into Scizor. It just like reallocates the stat points into better places, but the steel typing is very, very strong for it, unless you run into a flamethrower. So it is just a shame that this thing exists just because it makes Scizor, Scyther obsolete, and I don't think it looks as cool. That's my take. Feel free to tell me I'm wrong and dumb. I don't mind. I didn't really think about this, I just pushed that into a hole because it seemed like the thing to do. Okay, hang on. I turned around on the spot and it wild encountered me. That was pretty cool, I think. I'll push this all the way left. Then try and squeeze through this gap. I would use the D-pad. There we go. Push this down. And then get another wild encounter. Just run into another Aegislash. They just filled this place with floating swords. These aren't actually Pokemon, they're just booby traps. Not very successful ones, because you can just run away from them. This is a hell of a long walk if I'm going to have to turn right. Yeah, this looks like the bottom to me, right? There's a hole down there. This is where we're going to find big Kyogre, and also the TM for Thunder, which I also don't really care about, but thanks anyway. Let's just stick our noses in, eh? Yep. I'll be right back. And by right back, I mean not right back at all, even slightly. I'll be taking a major detour and coming back in about 15 minutes, probably. I'm just going to have to use a repel here. I can't be doing with this shit anymore. Aside from Victory Road, I don't think there's going to be any other places where we really need repels anyway, because the surf encounter rate seems to be massively lowered in this remake, which, again, literally the best quality of life change they could have made. I very much agree with that one. Max Repel. Right, now leave me in peace. Allow me to go about my day. I have things to do. Might as well push that, I guess. Don't really know what we gain from doing this, but might as well. Seems like any boulders that you push into holes stay in holes, but if you oh, we can't get back out here. We have to go out this way. That's weird. Oh yeah, any boulders you push into holes stay in holes, but if you push them like otherwise, they they reset when you leave and re-enter the room. Oh fuck, hang on. Can I just not get out? I'm slightly concerned now. Am I just trapped in here until I beat Archie? There's nothing else we can do around here. And we couldn't get back into the other room, right? I'm not dumb. You can only push that from the other side. Wait, can we... Oh, okay. That's super subtle. You have to give that to me. That is not obvious at all. Is there anything else in this room? Hang on, what was that I just landed on? That was something else in this room. Hang on, I'm working it out. Oh, this just boots us back out. Okay, shortcut out. That's kind of exactly what we were looking for, to be honest. Let's go get our Aegislash then. There goes the repel, but that's fine, I guess. It did its job. It says very Final Fantasy coded instrumentals, this. They're like crystalline, like synths. Yes, Final Fantasy do have a monopoly on crystalline synths. That's their thing. They did it first. No one else may shimmer quite like that. Right. Another one to deposit for the dead box, unfortunately. But these things happen. And it wasn't going to evolve until level 55 or whatever, so, you know, all things considered. I went on the fucking item bullshit again. Keep doing that. You can take your berry to your grave, I don't care. We've got plenty of them. And meanwhile, lonely. I mean, attack up's good, defense down is less good, but I'm happy with that on the whole. I think that's better than a neutral nature in this case. Obviously it has very low attack in its defensive form, but when you change stance with it... it's weird it's got no stab. Sacred Sword's a good move, King Shield's a good move, Swords Dance is a good move, Aerial Ace is a pretty good move. Like, I can't knock this moveset, but it has no Ghost or Steel type moves, which is fucking crazy, honestly. See what we can teach it. But yeah, 100% it's coming with us. 100%. I don't even like this thing that much. I mean, some people seem to give it a weird pass considering how much Object Mon are hated. I don't. I don't like Object Mon in general, and I don't think this one's any better just because it's a cool-ass sword or whatever. But still, you know, we don't know what item we want to give it yet. Let's do moves first. There is a... Actually, can you do it? You can do it through there, right? That's the thing I did before and went, oh, this is cool. Yep, Lucky Chant, Flash, Vice Grip, Double Hit, Strength, Mirror Shot, no, Dig, potentially. Assurance, no. Extreme Speed, probably not. Body Slam, no. Storm Throw. Okay, yeah, that's that one. Is that better than Sacred Sword, do you think? It's always critting is very good. Can learn D-Dance, but it's already got Swords Dance, which is also very good. Shift Gear, obviously, very powerful move. In fact, do we take... I think maybe we take Shift Gear over Swords Dance. think the speed boost is nice for it. Fusion Bolt, Dive, Petal Dance, Thunder. Okay, it's learning a lot of special moves when I'm pretty certain it's more physically based generally. Let's see how Storm Throw compares against Sacred Sword. I know Sacred Sword is a good move, so I don't know for certain which one of these is better. $90 and ignores stat changes versus 60 and always crits. Is a crit double damage in Pokemon? I actually don't know. Critical Pokemon. They do 50% more damage. Okay, which means it's 90 damage. So Sacred Sword is better. Okay. No, I pressed the wrong button, I'm sorry. Yes. Yeah, I'd really love to give it like Shadow Claw or something. Iron Head, I don't know. Something to give it stab, but we just don't really have that right now, so I guess its moveset just stays as this. It's a good moveset, I'm not saying it's not. We do have to give it an item though. Which was in that same menu, I know. What are we thinking? Is this just another berry, do you think? Not really much to get excited about there, is there? So yeah, may as well just be a berry. That's not what I meant to do. Alright, Dexit. Get out front, get swap training. Might not even need to swap train that much, like, it's only a level lower than Jigsaw was, and has considerably better base stats, so it's probably going to be able to just kill things pretty easily on its own. Depending on what we come up against, obviously. It is also very slow though, so we might have a hard time running away from wild Pokemon. Although I guess the only wild Pokemon we're going to be running into are other Aegislashes for the most part, so, you know. I want to go this way. Can we dive here? Is this the same place, or is this a different dive spot? This is a different dive spot. I mean, I might just fight this trainer, to be honest. Oh no, hang on. Maybe this is a place we've been then. Yeah, it's all just the same place. That's pretty crazy, actually. I'm sure that wasn't the case in the original. I'm sure there were a lot more little, like, dead-end spots and stuff. I'm not complaining, though. There we go. I got very lost there for a second. Right, let's see what's down the other route real quick, and then we'll go take on... I'm assuming Archie. I know Maxie was there too, but it looked like he just got bodied by Archie, so... probably not going to be too involved in this. This is the wrong way. The great thing is, we basically can't hit each other, aside from with Aerial Ace, which isn't going to do a great deal amount of damage. I think Ghost Steel is a better type than Dark Steel as well. Unfortunately for Pawniard. This thing has basically replaced both Jigsaw and Ecto. Well, that was incorrect, wasn't it? What I did there. That was not the intended solution. Where am I? Help, I'm lost. I think we have been on that boulder I pushed and said was not the intended solution. I think we've been on the other side of that. I think we came up there from one of the other routes, so we don't really have to be too concerned about that. This is new, though. Ooh, what the fuck? Who invited this to the party? Okay, here's the plan. It's definitely going to be using a physical attack because it's a Haxorus, so we'll use King Shield turn 1. Oh, that's... I miscalled that quite awfully, actually. Okay, switching to Peekabloop. Hope it uses a dragon move. That's fine too. I'll take that too. We no longer have our Wide Lens equipped, so Play Rough is not guaranteed to hit, but hopefully it will, and hopefully it will do a lot of damage. Thankfully it's using kind of shit moves. We could have been in real trouble there if that had been bringing out some big guns, but its moveset was just a bit dog shit. I mean, Dragon Dance is obviously scary, but it didn't have anything to back that up. Okay, we can jump off there if we want. I mean, these are both places we've already been, right? Yeah, okay. That's it, then we're done. Cool. I thought there'd be more to this than that, but I'm kind of not complaining that there isn't, honestly. Quite happy to just get this shit over and done with. I want to see what legendary it is, because I'm like 90% sure it's not going to be a Kyogre. Whatever it is, it's going to be scary though, and we're going to have to kill it, because we can't catch it. Hope you're all braced for this. I think, given that we're about to go into a fight with an evil team leader, like the hardest fight with an evil team leader in the game, we probably don't lead with our level 33. I'll lead Gertrude, because Gertrude's always a good lead, I think. Should have bought more repels. I see that now. I see the error of my ways. I always mean to, and then I just don't think about it when I'm at the Pokemon. Okay, here we go then. Wahahaha. You child. Well, if it isn't my little adversary, I can't even find the words to praise you as you deserve. Sometimes it's best to keep things simple. All I'll say is you met my expectations, Scamp. And I'm not just talking about today, but everything you've done up till now. And that's why you'll get the honor of meeting my new partner before anyone else living in this world. The super ancient Pokemon, Kyogre. How about that? The beautiful form, so long resting at peace with the Azure Sea. I've been waiting so long for this day to come. We humans have disregarded Pokemon and nature both in our endless pursuit of our own desires and needs, and in this process we've created this broken and disordered world. But this is the day that I'll finally obtain the power to return everything to how it once was, to return to our beginnings. Now that I can release the ancient power. The ancient power of Primal Kyogre. And now that you're the last token resistance that's standing in my way, I'll use everything my team and I have to crush you once and for all. Oh, and Mega Evolution? Do you think that you and your Pokemon are the only ones who can use it? I sure as fuck can't. Let me show you now what I didn't get the chance to show you at Mount Chimney. This is the true power of my team. Gra. I'm assuming you also can't actually do that. Unless you get really lucky and happen to randomize into a... I'm gonna be honest. It's not quite as climactic as I was expecting. Still want to swap, to be honest. I don't really want to have to deal with this thing. I feel like it learns electric moves, right? Am I crazy? I think what I do is this. Okay, sure. And then we'll try that again. Then we get a free switch into Nala, who probably one-shots with the flamethrower because it's a Volbeat. Turn 1 wake up though. That's not okay. That's not allowed, is it? Right. Now I'm assuming he's going to have something a bit more threatening than that, but we'll see. Okay, that's a bit more like it. It's a bit more like it. This has ground moves, which obviously I'm weak to. I probably one-shot with Surf, and I'm definitely outspeed. So I'm probably just going to gamble here. I don't think it's that much of a gamble, though. Yeah. Nala fucking MVP. Chandelure. Okay, I mean, if you're going to keep sending out fire types, I'm just going to keep pressing Surf. Nice try. I don't know what Flame Burst is. There's so many moves I've never heard of in this game, I swear to God. Okay, I mean... Is there any chance this can hurt me? It's only a level lower. It might have like Sludge Bomb or something, which would do quite a lot of damage and risk poison. I'm not convinced we one-shot with Flamethrower is the thing. But I don't really know what the alternative is. I guess we could swap to Terror. Yeah, I think this is probably slightly safer. I don't think it matters a great deal, honestly, but I think this is probably the slightly smarter move here. Okay. That kind of takes Fly off the table. I don't actually think this has anything. You'd think if it was packing Sludge Bomb, it would probably have used it by now. Instead of just going for Mega Drain. It's probably just like Powders and Mega Drain or something, isn't it? Poor fucker. You know what? I'm gonna be a cheeky fucker. Nice Mega Drain, nerd. You got me for sure. Yeah, just keep going. You'll get there eventually. Very interesting decision for this leader of the water trainers to have 2 fire types and a grass type. And a bug that we don't talk about. Good job, Dexit. You'll have good moves in no time. I'm not even sure if it learns any moves after it evolves, because as I say, I think it is it like a stone evolution? I can't actually remember. but generally they don't learn things too good. Try the move remember, see if there's anything in its back catalogue that would be useful, I guess. This changes nothing, I can't give up now. I have a blue orb. I thought the whole thing was that they picked up the wrong orb. Oh, she did have second thoughts. Hold up, Shelley. That's enough. Can't you see the world you dream of and the world that Kyogre will create are two completely different places? Shelley, I always believed that you at least would understand my dreams. But no, in the end, the only one I can depend on is you, Kyogre. Absorb all the power resting in this blue orb and reclaim yourself. Revert to your primal form. It's time to take back the great evolution you lost in the ancient past. No, that... Why are we just standing here and letting him do this? Just push him in the water. Get our lion to eat him or something. Yeah, as I say, I thought the whole story of this game was that they got the wrong orb, and that's what sets them off. Like, I always thought he was meant to pick up the red orb and bring it here, and then he's like, oh, that's the wrong orb, and I'm going to go destroy the world or whatever. But he definitely got the right one. Kyogre like blue. Do we not fight it now? I guess we don't, because they go do the whole battle with Groudon and all that, right? Is that a thing? Or is that only a thing in Emerald? But haha, at last, I've finally done it. Even if I... don't know where I got even if from. It hasn't even finished reversion and it still has this much power. With this I can return everything to its natural beginning. It's time at last. What have you done? I hate to ask Shelley, but why the fuck were you in this little crew if you didn't want him to do this? Like, I thought this was the whole purpose. Is that the crew outside? What is it? Oh, so the Great Deluge has begun. Of course it has. This is exactly what I have... What? What do you mean? Far more than we thought. It can't be, even if it completes its primal reversion. Never mind that. Just keep an eye on it. Archie, what's going on outside? All that matters is, I've used the blue orb to awaken Kyogre, and now I will return this world to its natural state. The state that is best for Pokémon. Archie, it appears you have made a grave error regarding Kyogre's powers. What did you say? The beginning that Primal Kyogre brings about. The way that it resets the world. It starts by driving every living thing on this planet to death first. This path leads only to an inescapable despair that cannot be withstood. That is all you've brought us. This is what comes with the madness of thinking you could ever control the super ancient Pokemon's power. I knew it. We just need to get out of here. Standing around complaining isn't going to solve anything. You too. Well, hurry up. For once, I'm happy that they're fast travelling me out of a dungeon. This is... How awful. It's raining. I wanted to make a world where Pokemon could live on in peace. Where the Pokemon... Archie? Is this the power of the super ancient Pokemon? Is this what Kyogre truly is? Is this how you return everything to its beginning? The balance in this world is faltering. At this rate, it may be lost forever. We will make our way to Cytopolis. It's most likely the case that Kyogre is also making its way to that city in the deepest reaches of the Cave of Origin, which lies to the heart of Cytopolis City. That is where Kyogre will need the energy it needs to reclaim its primal form. I expect Kyogre will go to that place in search of an even greater power. We must follow it to the Cave of Origin and do whatever it takes. There's nothing else we can do. Archie, you and your team of fools will accompany us. We have brought this calamity on ourselves. It's only right that we take responsibility and clean up after our mistakes. Ugh. Let's go, Archie. Where's Matt in all this? That's the real question. As an adult, I feel I must apologise for the way things have turned out. I'm truly sorry. But I must ask for your assistance. Won't you help us avert this crisis? If we work together, I believe we'll be able to overcome this ultimate threat. I expect your arrival in Sutopolis. Okay, see you later. Guess you're just going to leave a child out in the middle of the ocean in the rain. Hello, Stephen. You come to morally grandstand at me as well. Joe, I'm sorry I could not be here sooner. Terrible. So this is what is being depicted in that painting in Granite Cave. If this doesn't stop, all Hoenn, no, the entire world will drown. Nothing could live in such a world, neither humans nor Pokemon. This huge rain cloud, is it spreading out from Sutopolis? Come on, Stephen, think. What are you going to do? No. There's no point in agonizing over the situation from here. I have to go to Sutopolis. There must the answers be. That's what he said. Joe, I will count on you to help with this crisis, but please, promise you won't do anything reckless. Well then, I'll go ahead to Sutopolis. Good luck to you. Promise me you won't do anything reckless, he says. No, I'll just scuba dive under the ocean and fight an ancient being capable of ending the world. Yeah, that seems like a reasonable thing for a 10-year-old to do. Nothing too reckless, for sure. Okay. So, like, is the entire world just like this until I fix it? Do we just have the down? Like, if I go back to the starting town, is it going to have the downpour? Genuinely curious. I don't know if it's just like this localized area, because I don't think I've ever like fucked about and done stuff in between. I kind of just want to go. I kind of just want to go see, you know. That's not correct. Kind of want to go see what I don't know. Yeah, why not Little Root? See what Little Root looks like while the world's ending. I assume no one's going to comment on it. That would be way too much effort to make every NPC, like, panic that the world's ending. Oh no, okay. They don't actually add the effects here. That's a shame. That would have been cool. I do want to go back to the boat at some point. Do you think now's a good time for that? No, we should press on. We also need to go to the Shoal Cave as well. There's a few little bits and pieces I want to wrap up before we get to the Elite Four, but for now we'll just press on with the story, I think. Let's get our asses to Sutopolis. Shouldn't take too long, I don't think, as long as I managed to stumble my way into a correct place. I want to know what all those little green squares are near Sutopolis. There's like 3 around it, and I don't know what they're representing, because I don't remember there being like a bunch of dungeons. Why is there a Conquador here? We can catch this, right? This is the route we haven't caught anything on yet. I mean, I might as well. I guess this is probably a substitution for either Pelipper or Tentacruel, right? I didn't think about the fact that the evolutions would also be present in the ocean. I still don't know how we got the Finian though. That doesn't make sense to me. Scary. Spoken up. Time to go back to sleep. That wasn't very good going back to sleep, I have to say. Please stop critically wake up slapping me. Oh my god. Oh my actual Jesus Christ. Thank you. I'm perfectly happy to just run from this if it becomes a problem, but I think we just catch it in an Ultra Ball now. To be fair, we've caught several fighting types before and they've all been like bad in various ways, so it would be nice if we get one that's actually got useful nature and ability and stuff, you know. He is a grotesque creature though, isn't he? Oh, sorry, she. It's a female. We're just gonna call her Beef. Short for Beef Wellington. Yeah, Route 124, we definitely didn't catch anything here yet. That's cool. That's a nice little addition to the team, I guess. I'm going to put Dexit back out front for the old experience, should we need it, should we find it, should we want it. 126. I think we just like dive anywhere around here, right? And it should all interconnect. Just got to find the right place to surface. Okay, yeah, so we can get an underwater catch here. That's worth considering for sure. For sure, for sure. There's a little swarm of love disc up there. That's kind of cute. Yeah, this is where we want to be. Sutopolis. And the Poké Center is on the right? On the right, I think. On the right? Yeah, I caught it. Look at me being an absolute fucking genius. For some reason I always think it's on the left and then I discover it's on the right and I'm actually wrong. So this time I remembered correctly, and I'm very proud of myself for that. You take the small victories where you can find them, you know. Let's have a quick look at our Conqueror then. There's no way we're using it, but let's just have a gander. Rock throw, wake up, slap, chip away. I mean, it's got attack down, which probably isn't ideal. It does have sheer force, which potentially a very good ability if you have the right moveset for it. So yeah, there's potential there, even with the attack down nature. But yeah, not going to use it right now. I think that about does it for today, though. Next time we will fight Primal Kyogre or whatever random legendary it gets replaced with, and maybe make headway towards the next gym as well. It's all go, innit? I'll see you for that.